There is no way to really improve your bonsai journey without proper tools. Over the years, I've made some good and some bad investments, experimenting and making alternative options in order to find what works and what doesn't. Let's find out more as we dig deeper into my bonsai toolbox. My name is Johan, and you are watching Bonsaitalk.
First off, we start with the root rakes. Often of times these comes with a tweezer on the other end. It's a standard tool, and it's easy to use and great value for the money. Here we find the root hook, a strong tool for messy root systems. It works really well with larger bonsai and yamadori. The only way of getting a root-bound tree out sometimes is to crack the pot. That's why repotting sickles are such a great tool. It cuts through roots so you can lift the tree out. This is an amazing tool. Don't be fooled by its tiny size. It looks weak, but it cuts large branches with ease. Japanese bonsai saws are world-class quality. Best repotting tool. A must when it comes to larger root systems and yamadori. Also useful to eliminate air pockets when transplanting a tree. Scalpels are really good at taking small sample from roots, trunk and branches. If I am uncertain about some parts being dead or alive on the tree, I use this tool to look for green under the cambium. Brushes for bonsai should have fine hairs and be in good size. I use fibrous ones. However, the longer one is actually a cooking brush. It has been with me for a long time. brass wire brushes are the only tool that can remove bark and junk stuck to the trunk. Other brushes are not strong enough. These are invaluable when it comes to working with deadwood and carving. The workhorse and the most reliable tool I own is my pruning shears, my secateurs. It works on everything, everywhere. The Scandinavian steel and iron industry is known for quality and superb craftsmanship. Swedish Bahco is no exception. This is a powerhouse. The cutter will cut through any dimension of bonsai wire with ergonomic ease. A soil scoop have an inbuilt mesh and makes repotting simple and effective. It comes in different sizes and are good for any tree, any size. More like a shear, a scissor. This is probably the best wire cutter money can buy. Ergonomic and perfected over and over again for its purpose. Japanese design. A short rounded but powerful jaw makes cutting wire with this thing easy. It's especially good to remove the middle-sized wire. Just like a good plier, only better. This tool has a round nose and a long jaw. Its sole purpose is to remove bark and create gins on the bonsai. It's also a good tool to remove or hold the thickest of wire. Now this is not a regular knife, it's a grafting knife. The blade is made in such way that it will cut and make a straight, sharp, precise angle. Knob cutters are great for removing unwanted growth and roots on the bonsai. Sharp stainless steel. These tools are specially designed and crafted for this single purpose. As number 2 in the list of important tools, the concave cutter is essential for anyone practicing this art form. Bonsai work can't really be done without this tool, making cuts in correct ways both aesthetically and horticulturally. The most important tool for any bonsai enthusiast is a pair of good shears. Now I have 2 small and 1 large. The small ones are designed for small trees and taking out buds, and the bigger for all around work. If there's any tool you should spend money on, this is it.
A bonsai tool set is all that you need. A great way of starting the hobby is to buy a cheap bonsai set. I can agree to that, but as time goes by and you progresses and get better, you need quality bonsai tools. There's no discussion about that. These sets are often made out of low quality steel, manufactured and mass produced in China. They will break, they will shatter into pieces, and they will rust over time. Simply put, you get what you pay for. Branch benders. The only tool that can perform a difficult bend. I actually got one right here. This is how they look. And you're supposed to put the branch or the trunk in this space right here, and then hold it like this and then bend. What's going to happen, and what the manufacturers don't tell you, is that this will damage the bark a lot, and it will also put a lot of tension on this specific area on the branch or the trunk. What you supposedly can do with this one, you can also do with the help of friends and guy wire and good bonsai wire. So I'm not so sure about this one. Rake with tweezers is the best rake tool. Not really. The rake with tweezer is a standard bonsai tool, yes, but it has very sharp ends on the claws, which makes the tool very inappropriate for some species of trees, which have very delicate and very sensitive roots. I think a rake with more rounded claws is better in the ends. The multifunction tool is a great tool that's lightweight and fills many purposes. This is a gimmick tool. Don't trust the manufacturers. It looks like it's handy, it's practical, and you can carry it anywhere. It doesn't take up any space. But the thing is that the construction will just break and fall apart once you try to dig with it. The bricks and the screws will just loosen up and the steel will bend. The branch clamp, a nice solid branch bending tool. I got one right here. Once again, anything that you can do with a branch clamp, you can do with a friend, with bonsai wire and guy wire easily. I don't think you really need this. You can only use Japanese bonsai quality shears. This is not true. You can use other shears if you want to, of course. Here I have a medical shear, for example, which I've used sometimes. It's pretty good. And I've got this small one for the smallest trees. Any shear with a thin, precise and sharp blade will work for the purpose. Any heavy-duty cutter can cut a branch. Yes, that's true, but what's going to happen is that the cutter will crush the branch completely. You need these tools in order to get those flush cuts. That's why they are made in the first place. And take the concave cutter, for example. It's made in such a way that it will leave a hollow in the tree for the cambium to roll over and heal the tree faster. Now there is a reason behind every bonsai tool in the toolbox. They are made and manufactured in such way that they will have the best horticulture value for the tree. An ordinary heavy-duty cutter doesn't have that. Let's take a look at 4 alternative solutions that I use and I think is great for bonsai. This is a shaving brush, a perfect alternative tool for bonsai. The reason why I like this so much is because it has very fine hairs and it fits everywhere in every toolbox. Being a fly fishing tool originally, I've found this forceps to be a great tool when it comes to picking off the smallest of wire. And what's really cool is that you can lock it in place right here. Now, instead of using a spoon, I use this trowel. It's a perfect tool to get that soil level compact when you are done transplanting and to get the soil even all around the pot. Being mistaken for a dentist tool, this little thing right here is actually something that they use to assemble car parts. It's a great tool and I have used this for a long time now, proven to be perfect when it comes to carve out small dead parts on the trees. I hope this video gave you more inspiration and information about bonsai tools in your bonsai journey. Thank you so much for watching the video and I will see you next time. Peace.